Surgeons. What's the craziest way a patient faked dying to sue you? The call came from my colleague on a Tuesday afternoon. He pulled me into the hallway, lowered his voice, and said, "You're being sued." I stood there for a second. For what? Wade, the knee surgery. He's saying you left a tool inside him. I genuinely thought he was joking. The knee was routine. No complications. Clean closure. Patient walked out 2 weeks later without a single complaint. I had done that surgery 100 times. But before I could even process it, my colleague pulls up his phone and shows me a local news segment. There's Wade, sitting in an armchair, looking like he aged 15 years in 2 weeks, telling a reporter that his surgeon nearly killed him. I watched the whole thing with my mouth open. My lawyer told me not to panic, so I pulled the surgical records immediately. Every tool on the checklist was accounted for, signed off, document. The kind of paper trail that exists specifically for moments like this. I had nothing to worry about. I knew that, but the story had already run. That's the part people don't understand about these situations. The lawsuit can be completely fraudulent, and it doesn't matter, because the headline already exists. People had already seen his face, already felt bad for him. The legal process takes months. The news cycle takes 12 hours. Then our team started digging into Wade's history. 2 prior incidents, 2 different hospitals, 2 different surgeons. Same claim both times. Tool left inside me. Both hospitals had settled quietly rather than deal with the coverage. Paid him out, buried it, moved on. Which meant Wade had done this before, watched it work, and came back for round 3. We requested an x-ray. His lawyer agreed, probably expecting us to fold before it even got scheduled. The x-ray came back completely clean. No foreign object, no metal, nothing. The radiologist's exact words were that there was nothing present that shouldn't be there. Not a fragment, not a clip, nothing. We brought it to the hearing. I sat across from Wade and watched him look at that image for a long moment. And then, in real time, I watched his entire story start to fall apart. He started saying maybe he felt it wrong. Maybe it had dissolved somehow. Maybe the x-ray machine wasn't calibrated correctly. His lawyer wasn't saying a word, just staring at the table. The whole thing collapsed in about 4 minutes. What came out afterward was worse than the original accusation. Wade had been connected to a guy running a coordinated scam operation, specifically targeting surgeons. He coached patients on how to file, what to say to the media, how to describe symptoms convincingly. He had a whole pipeline built around the fact that hospitals would rather settle quietly than fight publicly. Wade was one of several clients. His lawyer dropped him before we even left the room. The countersuit was filed shortly after. Fraudulent medical claim, defamation, the works. I don't know every detail of how it resolved, but the last thing I heard, Wade was the one writing checks. And the guy who ran the coaching operation? His other clients started flipping once the first case cracked.